Okay. So, I think something that has kind of been at the forefront of sports for some people has been religion, and I just want to talk to you about, first of all, your experience, with your religion, and then also just kind of how that intersects with your experience as an athlete. So, my first question would be, at what age did your religion start becoming a big part of your life, and then how did that kind of change as you grew up?
Well, I mean, religion, I guess the religion in the sense of the word, like as we think of religion, I did very religious things, I guess, growing up, but I didn't really come into my own faith until college. And so probably my sophomore year in college or so is when I actually developed my own, faith and walk with the Lord. And so, it was kind of, I felt like role play for a long time for me. So, into high school, living here in Texas, it's kind of what everybody does, at least that they'll portray that, faith is a big part of their life. The big three is faith, faith, family, football,
Right.
is what you hear.
Yeah.
But the reality of it for me, at least, was that was probably flipped. I feel like, I would proclaim that God was the biggest thing in my life, but really, if you were to look at like where I spent my time and my actions and, the majority of my thoughts and everything, he was probably last. But getting into college, when I started to kind of develop my own faith, you're in a locker room where, there's not always a lot of wholesome talk. In the locker room, there's a lot of what they say locker room talk. A lot of things that, your mom and dad probably wouldn't be, very happy, with you in that environment. But that's just kind of part of it when you get to that stage, especially at a big place like the University of Texas. So when I was there, I think being in Texas, it's something that is a little more accepted than maybe in other places. Because it's kind of the Bible Belt area, and so if someone brings up their faith, it's not necessarily something that's encouraged, but it's not going to be, I guess, shunned.
Right.
But then it seems like the higher up that you get, it's a lot more rare to see people that are open about their faith. Some of that I think comes from